Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live. We are live. And my wife barges in the door right when we're live. 1 second, y'all. Yes, baby. Huh? Yes, ma'am. We have a baby in the house. So, all the people that were supposed to come to my house next month, do the live performances, do the podcasting, I want to apologize to you. We are parents again. At 80 years old, we're parents. All jokes aside, we got a newborn. But tonight's guest is my brother from another mother. And when I say my guest tonight, this is my baby brother, y'all. And we're not connected by blood, but blood doesn't matter in this case. Listen, y'all, come in onto the YouTube if you want to be a member or if you want to get on the StreamYard or ask my little brother some questions. Tonight's topic, a miracle from God. How many of y'all out there really believe in God? How many of you really have a testimony? I'm not talking about God from some far off distance or from a philosophical, theological perspective where you debate God, but I mean something that really changed your life. And listen to this. This podcast that I'm doing tonight, 1 second, is in honor of this woman. This is my birth mother when she was young, Betty Spillman, right? But I also want to give tribute to my other mother, Jackie Schauer, talking about an amazing woman. When my biological mother was sick, she took me into her home. My guest can attest to, my baby brother can attest to this. She fed me. I was so poor that when I went to her house and she made chili and I was asked, can I get more? And my baby brother can attest to this. I wanted to be like Bruce Lee at the time. It's probably affected me now. I used to let the kids in the neighborhood punch me as hard as they could and kick me in the stomach. That's the truth. And I thought I was tough. But now, without further ado, I really want to just warm it up, wait for a few people to get in. Got to have God's self inside. Okay, come on in, come on in. We're going to go ahead and just hype it up with a little bit of music. Oh, yeah. Somebody have a radio voice and put a one in the chat. Tonight, a miracle from God with James Schauer. Steven Seagal, more like it. There you go. You need to write Sean Connery and Steven Seagal a thank you letter because when I was in my free-spirited days, I used to have a lot of tail by this set of girls looking like him, right? So it's a blessed evening. 3 to 4 more minutes and we'll bring our guest in, our baby brother. He's going to tell you his miracle from God. And we like to do what they do in the South, call and response tradition. I want to give a shout out to the gentleman. This is Free Get Busy Beat Hard Trap instrumental. This is by none other than produced by Buddha Vibes. Check him out on YouTube. All right, we're going to go ahead and did that beat get hyped up? Go. Yeah, I'm not a rapper, but I can rap, okay? All right. Listen, y'all, we got many interviews coming in. We got Jason from Trey 4 doing the clothing line, the Ashley interviews. They're coming up. I'm sorry that this month, the next month, they will all, we're going to turn that on. They will all be postponed from being actually in the studio. They'll be more via computer. Listen, come on in. Come on in. Let me see if I can go ahead and look at y'all on Facebook. I got to do the Facebook. Let's see the overview. Let's see. Okay. If I miss a chat or something, y'all, just bring me all back. Okay, just stop by to say what's up. Now, that's StreamYard. Okay, Facebook. I gotta get on all these pages real fast. Getting ready to bring our guest on. Oh, Twan, what's up, my brother? Yes, man, you're doing big things with your clothing gear. your podcast, man. This brother, Respect the Plug clothing line. I got some. Matter of fact, Twan, let me tell you something. My daughter stole both of my. They said I said they can have it. They stole my hoodies from you, and you get some more. Support you, brother. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, man, this is my brother. He's a tree man. You all know me. I'm a tree man. I will give you a little background. His mother took care of me when I was young for a few years. We lived in the same apartments. And so this is my baby brother. He was running a successful, give you the background, successful tree business on the West Coast. And y'all give him a warm welcome. This is my little brother, James Schauer.
Hey, how we doing?
Man, great. Good to see you, brother. You look great. So I was inspired by your story when I first talked to your mother, and she was telling me that you first had your injury, your fall, right? We'll just jump right in it. If you can please tell the people that are watching maybe first who you are and how long you've been doing tree business for.
Well, my name's James Schauer. I stepped into a fully functional tree business about 8 years ago. I've always been climbing trees, my whole life, but stepped into the business and doing it safely about 8 years ago.
Right. Now, so the title today is A Miracle from God, right? You were telling me prior to this accident, could you give me and the viewers, we'll probably have to do part 2, part 3, because this is going to be exciting. Will you tell the people what was your relationship like prior to your accident with God?
I gave my life when I was a kid. I was about 8 years old, 9 years old, I think, when I gave it and started really heavily, pursuing God. And when I was 12, almost 13, our middle brother, my brother Jeff, lost his first baby. And when that happened, I turned on God. I told God I don't ever want to talk to you again. And I spent there about 30 years.
Wait. Behind your brother losing his child, you said to God, I'm done with you. Was it agnostic at that point? Was it atheist? Was it just rebellion? What was it?
It was, I just didn't want to deal with something that could hurt my brother as bad as he was hurt then, I was too young to understand.
Right. And you come from a mother that is a believing woman.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Not to digress, why was your mother such a great cook?
It all stems from my grandma, and from that, I mean, we're all kind of blessed with that ability to make food that people like.
Yeah. Oh my God, your mama's chili, her spaghetti. And can you tell them how skinny I was back then?
No, yeah, you was a scrawny. Yeah, I wish I had a picture. I know I got a picture somewhere, but yeah.
This was years later. We were little prior to when we first met. Yeah. We met each other when the milkman still used to deliver milk.
Yep.
There's a saying in the communities now, that's not your baby, that's the mailman's baby. But back in the day, it used to be, that's not your baby, that's the milkman's baby. Because those of you too young, the milkman used to bring the crate with the yogurt and the milk and set it outside your door. Go figure, for a little bit of history. So we're at the point now where you're saying, hey, God, I'm done with you. Okay, bring us up to business is going good. You were telling me that you were not going to go to work that day. Fill me in on that.
Well, it was kind of fun because when I first moved down here to start the business, I finally asked God one day if he was there and if he was listening. And he gave me a song that I sang to my wife, and it's called Are You Listening? And that was my first initial God trying to get me reeled back in, And I still wouldn't listen. And then come up to the date, business was going good. Everything was great. I was working with my wife every day. I mean, I couldn't have asked for a better gig.
Wait. Time out. Fellas, you hear this? This is love, working with your wife, and it was great.
Wait to get I miss it, dude. I'm about to cry. I miss it so much,
no, it's
man.
Okay to cry. The older I get, crying is healthy. Yeah.
Oh, it is. It is. It's been a great thing, man. But yeah, get up to her, the date we're supposed to do this job. It was a Friday, July 25th. You're looking at almost, well, 3.5 years ago. This next July will be 4 years. And I heard over and over in my head, don't go to work, have a 4-day weekend with your family, spend it with your family. And I told my wife 12 times, we're not going to work today. And then she asked me once, she says, are you sure? And I says, nope, we're going to work today and we're going to start a new job Monday.
Wow.
And I got to work, and I remember I had this tree. I already topped it out, limbed up. It was a 46-foot standing tall pole in the middle of a yard. I flipped my flip rope around, said something to my wife and something to the guy I was doing work for. And then I don't remember nothing until I said, oh, poop, as I was coming
No
off the
way.
top of the tree. And when I did, I seen my feet, the sky, and my feet. I watched the spurs release from the tree, because I was upset. It released. My first instinct was, oh Lord, I'm sorry for, everything. Here I come. And right then I started turning back towards the tree. As I said, it would have made sense if I'd have flipped the other way. My momentum was going that way. I was upside down, but I didn't. I started turning back towards the tree. And when I got where I was straight looking at the tree, I looked down and everything was slow motion until then. When I looked down, that's the way it started moving fast. I was like, oh, that's going to hit me hard. Kick the ground. I was going to try and kick the ground and roll
Wait.
backwards.
Well, okay, so make sure I'm understanding you. Limb the tree down. You're 46 feet high. If people
Yes.
don't understand, most people can die falling off a ladder 10 to 12, 20 feet. They die, right? So you're 46 feet, almost 50 feet. I have a bucket truck that goes 55 feet. For any of my guys that work for me, they know falling that high is a death sentence. So you're falling, and as you're going down, you start saying, you get to a point where you say, I better kick the ground because is that where you're at right now?
Yep. That's where I was at, just trying to kick and roll backwards. Hopefully, not everything will break. I
Mm.
don't know what I was thinking. I was just instinct was do that. And while I was doing that, I looked down. I could see my shadow coming at me at the ground. And I looked behind me into my shadow, and there's great big wings behind my shadow. My wife asked me,
Wait. That went over a lot of people's heads. Say that again now.
I could see my shadow on the ground, and behind my shadow was great big wings behind me. My wife asked me, she said, what were you looking at? Because she said about 20 feet before the ground, I looked behind me. And when I looked behind me, she said it was almost instant. I went limp. My just arms went in the air. I looked like a dead guy falling for the last 15 feet. I seen opal, the brightest shining opal you'd ever see. I can't. The only way I could explain it is intensify opal by a million because it was so bright and beautiful. It made me pass out. I
Wow.
don't remember nothing. I woke up twice, well, 3 times during the fall. The first time was the guy I was doing work for was holding me down. I woke up with the guy on me, so I grabbed him by his face and started trying to rip him off of me because I didn't know what he was on me for. I
Right. The
figured I
fight.
was getting hurt.
Right. Wow.
And he tells me, Jay, you fell. And I was like, oh no, I effed up. And I was cussing then really bad. I was pretty bad foul mouth.
Right.
And I'm like, I effed up bad. And then I blacked out. And I've always wondered, does my dad care about me? I grew up, I single mom. My father wasn't
Right.
around. I came down here and got kind of met my father and worked into his business. And I woke up one other time there, and when I did, I looked at my father, and all I could hear in my head was God saying, see, he cares. I
Mm.
don't know why I woke up then, except for that God wanted me to see that my dad does care. He might not be able to show it all the way. He might be a different type of character. He's old school and was raised without a family, and I understand that now. Never did as a kid, so it's
Right, right.
God's great, man.
His birth and his redemption, yeah. So it brings you to tears. Why does it bring you to tears? Like, what is it about? Yeah, please share. I think
During
one of your doggies wants to share too.
yes, he's a homeless guy. Gave him to us the other day. He couldn't deal with him. He's little Jack Russell and smart, but got some dealing with learning to do.
Wow.
But yeah, after the fall, man, I went to the hospital, and when I did, like I said, I'd spent 30 years turning from God. And when I got to the hospital, they started doing stuff for surgeries and preparing me, had me on lots of drugs and stuff and medications. And when I went in for my surgery, I went down and they're wheeling me into the place. And I kept seeing this figure, this guy. He kept standing everywhere I go around the corner. He was standing there smiling at me.
Wait. Say that again now.
There's this guy around every corner as they're wheeling me to hospital, just standing there with this cheesy grin. I don't know why. I don't know why. Remember, I don't know if that's had to do with drugs or if it was the angel that was there following.
Oh, so you were on drugs heavy at the time.
Oh yes, at that time, definitely. They had me doped up in the hospital.
Right.
I'd already been air flown from Brookings, Oregon to Portland by helicopter. My only flight in my life, and I don't remember it.
1 second. I think I hear the newborn. Hold on real fast. Hold on.
No problem.
Yeah. Hey, brother, give me 1 second. We got a newborn. Give me 1 second.
No problem, man. Kids are first. Families first, always.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Hey, go right off the cuff. This is beautiful. Okay.
Dagobah. Sit. Dagobah. Sit. Good boy. Good Dagobah.
Put it in front of the house right now.
Well, you can just leave it out in the garage.
No.
Yeah, you're right. Put it outside. I got it, babe. I'll take it out. You come on and finish what you were doing. Sure. Yeah, I got it. I know.
Where's she?
Right here. Right here in my arms.
How you gonna get it?
I got it. Just stay in it, darling.
Put it on the bed. Well, I'm out of shape, daddy duties. All right, we back. Okay, so God, I'm getting fat and out of shape. Listen, how you do tree work and be out of shape, right?
Yeah.
So I asked a question. You were doing drugs at the time before the accident.
Well, no, I wasn't on no drug. I wasn't on no drug. They had me shot up with stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah,
On
yeah,
the,
yeah. That's right. You okay? You
yeah,
at a point where you didn't want to deal with God. Yeah, definitely got you.
yeah, yeah. They had me at the hospital, man. They're pushing me down into the surgery. They had me all drugged up, morphine. I think they had me on at the time. And kept, like I said, I kept seeing that guy's face every corner we go around. Same guy with this cheesy smile.
Wow.
And when I got down and they actually got into surgery, everything went black. I'm getting surgery. Well, while I was out, I seen me in hell. I
Wait,
seen
wait.
me chained, a vision of, and this, I'll explain about the because I had a hallucination right after, and it was because they double did me with drugs. It was kind of it's hard to really explain except for telling the story, man. And they had me in there. I'm out getting surgery, and I seen me in hell, hanging from chains by my arms,
Damn.
and they're taking my family and they're feeding these demons. They're feeding my family to hellhounds. I watched my grandson's face get bit off as real as you and me are talking. I was when I came out of surgery, I was fully convinced I was dead and in hell. That I died through the tree wreck and that I was in hell, and that's where my life was going to be the eternity, you know.
How scared were you then?
Oh, I was incombative. I was more I'm going to make it hard for them. And I did
Oh,
on all
you've
the
always
poor
been
nurses and
you've always been a
doctors.
warrior. Yeah. Okay. Good.
Oh yeah, no, I was the war was on, man. I guess while I was in surgery, I grabbed 3 or 4 nurses and threw them over me. I grabbed and just started ripping them because I said they were demons feeding my family to hellhounds. Well, then they came in and they got Dilaudid. I don't know if you guys know what that is. It's a heavy, heavy opioid that just puts you down. Well, they double dosed me with that. Did
Mm.
nothing to me. Did no effect. I kept grabbing people and throwing them. So then they went and got ketamine, which is a big cat tranquilizer. They double dosed me with ketamine. And I know the second they did it because instead of a vision of hell, I started seeing them turning me into a robot. And it went into this instead of a realistic thing, like it was just a hallucination. I could feel it, and it was weird. When I came out of surgery, I woke up and the nurse was standing there. I said, "Excuse me, miss, can I have a drink?" And she jumped like 8 feet from me with her
Wow.
hands back and said, "You're back? You're with us?" I did look
Wait,
terrified.
they expected you to die?
I think they thought I was losing it and was not coming back. I think they overdid me with drugs because they
Mm.
had me on lots and then double did me twice or 2 other types of drugs. And
Wow.
so I'm not sure really what the whole point, but she was just like shocked that I was, you know. And when I looked at her, I could see her face switch into like the demon for a second. I was like, I tried to grab you, didn't I? She was like, "You remember that?"
Wow.
I remembered everything. It was so weird. I was like everybody that I'd see that was involved, I seen them as the demon too when they came back. So that's where I was convinced, okay, I'm seeing both sides. I'm dead. I'm in hell. So I was incombative. I wasn't nice to a lot of nurses, you know. It probably took about a week before I finally realized that I was alive and I had made it through and I was really alive, you know.
Wow.
Then what kind of did it was after the surgery I had my first shower, and this had this nurse come in that I'd never seen before, South American sounding, you know, real strong accent. She's wearing these bright pink scrubs. I just remember they shine brighter than anybody else's. She came in and she told me her name was Genesis, and I'm, you know, music guy. Oh, like the band. She says, "No, like the first book in the Bible." I've got goosebumps right now. Hair standing up on my arms, my neck. It just chills through my whole body when I talk about this. My wife was up there. I'd be thinking this was drugs. Well, she bandaged me, got my shower, left. I got out of the shower, was drying off, was sitting there. My regular nurse come in. She's holding bandages. Says, "Well, let's bandage you up for your shower." "Well, who did this?" she says. I said, "Your nurse Genesis." She says, who? I said, your nurse Genesis. We don't have a nurse Genesis, she says. She goes out the door. She comes back about 5 minutes later, ghost white with eyes like softballs, going, there's nobody walked in your room. Your door opened and closed twice, but not a person walked in your room. Then my wife talked to her, and that's when I realized, 30 years I spent telling God to leave me alone and turn away from me. And he was there and sent an angel the day I fell. And it was there through the whole surgery, everything, man. There's been nothing but life-changing since. I said, I ain't no well-off person. I'm a homeless guy living in the woods in a trailer, man. But I'm alive and I'm happy to be here. And I'm just trying to let people see the light that is God, man.
Wow, brother, you got me crying with you. Listen, your story is so powerful, can help so many people. So now here it is that you said, hey God, leave me alone. I'm done with you. I don't need you. And in your most trying time, your darkest hour, he sends an angel. There'll be a lot of people that claim to be scientists, atheists, and people that will say that God doesn't exist. What would you say to that?
You see the things I've seen, you just can't, it ain't an explanation. There's really no explanation that can be other than the transformation that happens in a person's life. The joy that they find in the little things that never really seem to matter. The things that they missed out on, I gotta really, he makes you look at those things and want to change them for the better.
Now you appreciate day to day. You appreciate your family, the dog. You were saying you took in a dog, right? I say that dogs are angels. They live short lives, but they're so excited to see us.
They are as loyal as they can, and they'll never forsake you, man.
Right, but people will stab you in the back while smiling. Brother, listen, as one that knew you as a child and knew that all of us had pure hearts, we just grew up poor. That's all. But we had a lot of love and God, and I pray for these children today that are out here running wild and shooting at each other. I pray that they find God.
I pray some sort of light somewhere finds a way to shine to them, man.
What's up with the Raiders hat?
I had 784, man. Marcus Allen, first Super Bowl I ever seen, 79-yard touchdown run, MVP. I said that's my favorite player, and I'm loyal, man. I'm loyal.
30. He was number 32, I think, wasn't he?
Yes.
Eric Dickerson was
sir.
29 or 33. And let me tell you why I didn't like Marcus Allen. Because he broke Eric Dickerson's rushing record. I was like, damn. Eric Dickerson used to play for the Los Angeles Rams, and that was my favorite running back at the time. Brother, we grew up in beautiful times. I know I'm older than you.
Yes, we did.
But we grew up in beautiful times. You have a testimony. So you're falling from the tree 46 feet, 50 feet. That kills 99% of people. You were breaking down some statistics earlier when you and I were on the phone. What was that about the drops and the survival rate?
They say from 40 feet or above, 50% of people don't live, 30% don't walk again.
Wow.
I fell on July 25th. October 8th, me and my wife both shot our deers. I drug them both out of the woods. That's less than 2.5 months. The doctor was like, I was using walking sticks to get around, but I was able to do it. I was able to throw things on my back and drag them out of the woods. That's God. That's not me. I'm not that strong. I'm not that tough.
Right. Well, tree guys are pretty strong. I will say that.
We're crazy. We're a different type of crazy. That's
you know what's crazy? I was raised by my mother. I was kind of like, I never did tree work until I came to North Carolina. One of my brothers came here for my wedding, and he was like, brother, your business is successful. You learned it on your own. And I was like, well, no, I didn't learn it on my own. God guided me, and we have a successful tree business. In my area, in my city, people refer us for a lot of work. And you and I grew up a short time together, but who would think we'd be tree men this many years later?
Yeah.
And so going out, closing, and we'll have to bring you back for a part two. If you can look into the camera, what would you say to people that may be doubting God, may feel like God is not showing up for them? What would you say to them, brother?
Look on where you have turned from him, because God don't turn from us. It's us who turn from him. He'll never tell you you're getting too close, step back. Always strive to be closer to him.
Wow. Thank you, brother. I love you, man. I can
Love
go
you
on,
too, Sean.
man. I can go on for hours talking with you. Um, we'll have to do a part two, man, or maybe. So you not on a laughing note. So you kill Bambies? You're a hunter?
Oh yeah, I hunt and fish. I just I get more out of fishing because I catch a
Right.
lot more fish in a
Man,
year.
I saw those pictures, man.
Yeah,
That was
that one
amazing.
was my biggest Oregon fish, a 37-pound king, man.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, I
You know,
got him this year.
it's crazy because I was watching Finding Nemo with the babies years ago, right?
Uh-huh.
And I always looked at other animals like deers, and I always felt sorry for them, and just the way nature is, and see people hunting. I mean, I know it's a part of life, but when I watched those fish get trapped in the net, and they were trying to fight their way out and Finding Nemo, I said, "Dang, I don't want to eat fish anymore." I felt sorry for them, but yeah, that's crazy. I love you, brother, man. I hope that your testimony will help somebody. Is there anything else you want to say before I do my closing?
No, I think we're good, brother.
Hey, I love you,
I
brother.
thanks.
Man, listen, I love you. I'm gonna drop you down. Okay, you have a blessed evening. Thank you again.
You too.
Love you, brother. Listen, y'all, man. If you ever need redemption, you can't get it from man. You can't get redemption from man, y'all. You cannot get redemption from men, mankind, women, whatever. You can get it from God. There's one that will never turn away from you. Listen, this is my new series I'm doing, and what better way to start it than one of my baby brothers is talking about miracles and God, and just love. Me, I love to talk about everything. Can't wait to get your story. I'm looking into your eyes. If you have a story that you want to share in a world that is so chaotic, where children are being blown to pieces, children being raped, molested, all these evil things, what can you do to do positive? This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. How many of y'all remember that? Or the late, great Whitney Houston, I believe the children are the future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Those are powerful words. In closing, I thank you, my brother. Hey, beloved, what's going on, beloved? Peace and blessings. I'm finally back having some fun. Beloved, peace and blessings. We're getting ready to sign off here soon. I just wanted to say in closing, if you needed some motivation to get closer to God, rewind this, play this back, and listen to his message. Here is a tree man, 46 feet high, falls, more than likely about to die. And guess what? God saves him. Listen to his testimony about the nurse who came in and healed him, and they didn't have a nurse named Genesis. Is this real? Did he make it up? Do you believe in the unseen? This is the book for those who believe in the unseen. That's how the Quran, that's Al-Fatiha, right? So Al-Baqarah, I'm sorry. This is a time now where we need to tune in. Hey, Phoenix, Arizona, what's good? Come on in, come on in. We just had our little baby brother go off. You're all welcome to rewind it, watch it back. We're about to close out. Listen, any topics that you want us to discuss, we're going to have live shows. Let me juice it up for a little bit. Does anybody, Beloved, can you spit to this? Beloved, what's going on, man? Did you leave the page? For you with Angry Man, Israel Mills, what we all doing? Signing out, still with Spilman. As the Dope Podcast, Reactions by ShawnSpilman, Miracle Series. This week we hope to have Ashley, 99% chance of dying, not getting a transplant, and at the last minute God came through. If you're in a season of doubt, tune into these series. Hopefully we can be of some help to you. Peace and blessings. Stay tuned. Hey, y'all, listen, go to my reaction channel, Rap to the Beat. That must be somebody that know me. Who is that? Where are you at? Are you on YouTube or where you at? Rap to the Beat. Give me a topic. I don't even know if I can rap, but whoever that is must. Oh, yeah. Come on, give me a topic, man. This beat, I got to give credit to this beat is from... This is produced by Buddha Vibe. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that microphone sounds good. We got the Rode mic in here and the Shure mic. Peace and blessings. Where y'all coming in from? Man, I know I got to wrap it up. Newborn baby in the house. What y'all doing? Y'all thoughts on that beat? Peace and blessings. I will rap next time, I promise, because I don't have no words thrown at me. And I do not write my lyrics. I'm not even an artist or a rapper, but I will make it up on the top of the dome. Peace and blessings. Y'all have a blessed evening. Thank you for tuning in. God bless.